Wembley Stadium, the home of English football for the 1994 Second Division playoff final between Burnley and Stockport County. Neither side has ever won at Wembley in their history. Stockport County have been here 3 times recently, twice in 1992, losing the Autoglass Trophy final against Stoke City, and the playoff final against Peterborough United. And Stockport County were here 12 months ago for the Autoglass Trophy final, losing to Port Vale. Burnley lost in 1947 in the FA Cup final against Charlton, in '62 in the FA Cup final against Spurs, and most recently back in 1988 losing the Sherpa Van Trophy final against Wolverhampton Wanderers. One team has to win today. Earlier in the week we captured the atmosphere around Turf Moor by chatting with manager Jimmy Mullen and some of the Burnley players.
It's a big day for both clubs because of what's at stake, and the chance to be in another division next year is a great incentive for both of us.
How challenging has it been from a manager's point of view, and how have you been preparing the players?
Well, the players have been preparing just like they would for a normal game, and they'll get nervous on the day, of course they will, because it's a big occasion. But we'll try and look upon it as another big game for us. The only difference is that the stage is going to be one big stage.
What does it mean to be part of the Burnley team that's going to play against Stockport County?
Well, obviously for me, it's my first time to be playing at Wembley, so I'm thoroughly looking forward to it, and the club on a whole are looking forward to a good day out. But you know, ultimately it's got to end in a victory to make it that much better.
Have you been to Wembley before?
I've been once and sat in the stands when Notts County got into the playoff final, but it'll be my first time actually to walk on the pitch and play on it, so I'm thoroughly looking forward to it.
How do you feel about yet another playoff final? You've experienced the highs, winning in '92, but you've experienced the lows, and there's no worse feeling. I remember seeing you trooping on the pitch with your head down in 1991.
Yeah, the worst feeling in the world is to lose the game at Wembley after going on such a long season. It takes 3 weeks off your holidays, but it's all worthwhile, as you say, if you win the game. And if you do win the game, it's probably the best day you'll ever know, in your life. So hopefully we can do it again on Sunday.
You've been there many times before. Is it still as special when you go for the next time, which will be Sunday with Burnley, as it was your first time with Everton?
Yeah, I think it's one of them places where no matter how many times you've been, whether you've been once or you've been 100 times like some players have been there, it's a special place, and the place is awe-inspiring when it's empty. So it'll be tremendous to go there with perhaps upwards of 35,000 of our own people there. I went there a couple of years ago at Stoke in the Autoglass, and even though there was only 50,000 in the ground, it was a magical day, and I don't expect Sunday to be any different.
Now, you played in the FA Cup final back in 1984. There's no bigger game in the world. Every corner of the globe watches it. But will Sunday's game be more intense because of what's come before it? Wembley in the FA Cup, you play 5 rounds. You've played 48 games to get to Wembley this Sunday. Yeah, I think it's a pretty much all or nothing, isn't it? The whole season sort of hangs on it. I think when you get to the FA Cup final, you know your fate for the season. You know whether you're going up, you're going down, or you're staying in the same division, and you've probably come to terms with that in your mind. This weekend, everything's at stake for the club. It's a big game for everybody, and obviously I've never played in one of these before, so I don't know what the feeling's going to be like. Whether we win or whether we lose, we'll know where we're going to be next season, so it's a big game. Is that going to be an advantage, Steve, because Burnley fans will likely outnumber Stockport fans by around 6 to 1?
Yes, well, I think it will. I mean, obviously when you've got so many fans shouting you on, it's going to give us a lift, and maybe Stockport will feel a bit left out, because their following's not nearly as good as Burnley's. So hopefully it'll work in our favour.
Well, Wembley Stadium is always a great day out for the supporters. 32,000 fans have come from Burnley. So let's find out how they're enjoying the big day.
Oh, it's something I've been waiting for all my life, really. You can't explain, whereas when you've been to places like Hartlepool on a Tuesday night when it's rain and wind and snow, you can't explain a day like today. It's in there and you can't explain it.
That's right, a win today and it's the end of 10 years of misery. We're back where we belong. You see all the fans here today. This is Burnley, this is what it's all about. Burnley at Wembley, claret and blue everywhere. I can't see a Stockport fan. We belong in the First Division, if not the Premier League. We're back.
How optimistic are you that it's going to be a Burnley day to celebrate?
We're gonna hammer Stockport, don't worry. 6-0. No, 2-1 I hope. 2-1 to Burnley.
One person certainly got involved with his face painted. You feel a bit of a prat walking around like that?
I feel great today. I'm enjoying myself. It's a good day out. It's a good day, family day out. And I've come from Accrington, a group of us. and it's going to be a 2-0 for Burnley today. We're out and out.
Having said that, there's plenty of war paint around. Another gentleman with his face painted.
Yeah, it's going to be a good day. I think we'll win 1-0 odd goal.
You're not worried about Stockport's recent record at Wembley? Some people say that the law of averages says it's their turn.
No, not really.
They've got sport 4 times.
They've lost 4 times, haven't they? So let's hope it's the 5th time.
Chris, mingling with the fans before kick-off?
That's quite good. I mean, excited here. You can see, I mean, even travelling from the ground, it's just mass mania. It's totally took over. I mean, it's good for the club, it's good for the town. It's going to be a real good day. I just hope the result goes our way.
Do you like to feel that you've played your part on the road to Wembley, because it's spanned 48 matches?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think I've played in about 20 of them, more or less half of them. So, like you said, I think I've played me a little part, but just look at this lot behind me.
Hat-trick against Barnes as well, which was very important on the way.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, scored 1 or 2 important goals, like you say. I like to think I've played my part, and like I said, just with the rest of the people here, just cheering them along, and hopefully we can do the final bit of business and get into Division 1 next season.
You're not feeling a little bit outnumbered today?
Oh, no, been here before, seen this all before. Well out-shouted any supporters.
And are you going to outshout Burnley this afternoon?
Oh, aye, easy, no problem.
But what about the fact that when you look around, I mean, there's claret blue shirts and claret blue flags everywhere. I mean, the Burnley fans are going to outnumber the Stockport fans by quite a few.
Still got 11 players on the pitch though, haven't there?
There's only 11 players out there on each
players
team.
haven't beat us yet.
11 players on each team. Remember, we're their bogey team. Remember that.
What does it mean to be a Burnley player on such a momentous occasion?
Well, not just to be a Burnley player, but, you know, for myself, it's just unbelievable. I've just spotted my girlfriend in the crowd, and, you know, it's just a great day out for everybody and all supporters. It means so much to everybody, I think.
I know you've had some humble times in your career with Hull City, Maidstone and Scarborough. These surely must be the best times of your life.
Obviously, I mean, this is how I like my career. I don't know if I'll be able to better this. You know, hopefully we'll get the right result and it'll just make the perfect day.
Are you determined to take everything in before kick-off?
Oh yeah, I want to stay out here as long as I can, you know, and milk it all. But then we've got to get in there for about 2 o'clock and get our heads sorted out and get ready for the game.
How confident are you of getting the results? Stockport County, well, they're Wembley veterans over the past few years.
I know they've had the experience and everything, but it's going to be a hard game. They're not going to lie down, but neither are we. So we're just going to have to wait and see.
Has the fact that you've already been here, John, helped in your personal preparation in the build-up?
Well, if you prepare well every game, you should be all right, you know. I mean, it's not just this game. You've got to prepare yourself out right for all the season. But like you say, this game hinges on all that season. So hopefully I prepared myself well as well as could be, really.
What's it like having the chance to play here?
Oh, it's brilliant, you know, especially now, you know, just coming out. It's totally different from watching, you know, in the stands. It's everything I thought it would be, especially with the Burnley fans here. I'm just going to try and enjoy the day as best as I can. Like.
Have you enjoyed everything so far, the build-up and seeing so many Burnley fans inside the stadium?
Yeah, we went away on Friday, relaxed, trained, and then we've come here today. And now it's, as you can see, it's only half full, but start of the match, it's going to be absolutely packed.
Well, there's plenty of people around who want to get in on the act. We'll have Inchie Heath, who's here for the umpteenth time. Is it still a special, Inchie?
Yeah, it's great. Absolutely fabulous. Yeah, it's no different it is when you're playing an FA Cup final. Probably even better with the support you've got, because normally when you're playing a cup final, you've probably only got 20,000 in here. But we're going to have upwards of 30,000, and they're going to make a tremendous amount of noise, great reception, and I'm looking forward to it, and I just hope that we can give them something nice to go back with.
Still get the old butterflies?
Yeah, you can't help but it's a fantastic place, isn't it? I'm just saying to the lads there, I think it's no matter how many times you've come, it's still special.
A fortnight ago, this famous stadium played host to the 1994 FA Cup final between Manchester United and Chelsea. A game screened all over the world. Tremendous pressure on both sides, but nothing like the pressure upon the players' shoulders of Burnley and Stockport County. This afternoon, a place in Division 1 will be the reward for the victors. Let's join our commentary team of Mark Briggs and Tony Lister.
crescendo of noise as the Gladiators enter this Wembley Stadium for this Ensley League playoff final. 12 points separated these two teams at the end of the season, and all that now counts for nothing as they face each other on equal terms to see who is to play Ensley League Division 1 football next season. That great second leg performance against Plymouth, ensuring Clarets a Wembley place, and Stockport, that late Chris Beaumont strike at Edgeley Park, giving County the opportunity to hopefully end their Wembley hoodoo. Both sides been here 3 times, and on every occasion it's been an unhappy one. Let's hope it's the Claret and Blue of Burnley Football Club who will be celebrating as they head back at 4:45 tonight. Well, Tony, an absolutely superb atmosphere.
Yeah, Mark, it's a brilliant sight to see the masses of Burnley fans who have made the journey down here today for this great game against Stockport. And the question is, who will Burnley be entertaining next season? Will it be the likes of Wickham, Crewe or Shrewsbury? But hopefully for the Clarets fans, we'll be seeing teams like Swindon and Sheffield United at Turf Moor. But I feel that the winners today will be the side who has the greater desire and ambition to be playing in Division 1 next season.
So as the signs peel off to their respective goals, Burnley line up in goal, Marlon Beresford, number 2 Gary Parkinson, his opposite defender Les Thompson, in the centre of that Burnley defence Steve Davis and John Pender, number 6 Warren Joyce, and up front Ted McMinn with John Deary at number 8, Adrian Heath, John Francis and David Ayres. The substitutes this afternoon are Andy Farrell and Graham Lancashire. Well, Stockport they line up, John Keeley in goal, number 2 Lee Todd, number 3 Michael Wallace, number 4 Sean Conley, number 5 Mike Flynn, number 6 Bill Williams, number 7 Jim Gannon, number 8 Peter Ward, number 9 leading goal scorer Kevin Francis, 10 Chris Beaumont and number 11 David Frayne. These substitutes this afternoon for Stockport County are former Burnley man David Miller at number 12 and number 14 their second leading goal scorer, rather a surprise, Andy Priest. John Pender, first duties this afternoon. Didn't think it was popping the old balloons as we're almost underway. Referee David Ellery looking at his watch. As finally, Clarets getting us underway. Early throwing. Gary Parkinson, the man to take. So obviously I would think Burnley playing a 4-2-4 formation. David Ayres and Ted McMinn wide on those flanks. John Francis and Adrian Heath, that central striking force. There's almost an early touch there for Ted McMinn. As Burnley will want to settle. Francis. McMinn available. Chipped in. Not on from Heath. Doesn't let Warren Joyce tracked up with his Burnley attack. In offside position as Stockport have an indirect free kick. Certainly bathed in glorious sunshine around a quarter of an hour before this match. Now overcast conditions, getting quite blustery up in this commentary position as that superb Burnley support getting behind their side. Early touch from McMinn. Good challenge there by Michael Wallace. Wallace signed from just down the road at Main Road, Manchester City last season. Regular at in that left back berth as Stockport come forward. Just can't keep it in play. Look like a Burnley defender got a leg on that as Stockport have their first corner on 4 minutes. It's Burnley 0, Stockport County 0. In fact, it's a direct free kick to the men from Cheshire. Burnley will have to organise rather quickly as we have 5 players in that. In fact, a goal on 4 minutes to Stockport take the lead. That free kick in shorts. Questions certainly to be asked in that Burnley defence. As Stockport on 4 minutes take the lead. It's Burnley 0, Stockport County 1. Well, Tony, that free kick overtaken very quickly. Burnley defence really caught with their pants down. 1 goal in arrears.
Yeah, disastrous start really. I thought it was a bit of a harsh decision that the referee had given when he gave the free kick, but then I noticed that Pender was having to mark 2 men, so somebody was at fault really. And I think, I'm not sure if it was actually the unmarked one that stole in and headed it beyond Beresford's grasp. So the start that Burnley didn't want, at least they've got the rest of the game now to come back, but certainly an uphill battle already for the Clarets.
Well, we said in our preview, Chris Beaumont would be wanted to prove himself as he replaces Andy Priest. It's only taken him 4 minutes for Beaumont to get on the score sheet.
Yeah, there's no better way to repay your boss's faith than to bang one in the back of the net. But that was a terrible challenge there on McMinn over on that far side.
Yes, dreadful challenge there on Ted McMinn. First roll call for Mort Leather. So not surprisingly now, Stockport County supports behind their goal in buoyant mood. That strike on 4 minutes from Chris Beaumont. Ted McMinn back on his feet as his free kick quickly taken. Heath. Francis, chance of Francis on the edge of that 6-yard box, as rather fortunately in the arms of John Keeley. Just perhaps a half chance there for John Francis, Tony.
Yeah, I thought for a moment he was in. The goalie's retrieved the situation well there though.
That's Todd for County come forward. Flick on from Francis. Flick on a poor one. Jim Gannon, the intended man. Transfer speculation earlier in the season with Jim Gannon. Jimmy Moore frightened off by that £200,000 price tag on the Stockport County number 7 as they come forward with scorer Beaumont. Pass a poor one, second chance. Ball in away by Thompson. Deary looks up. As eventually just ushers that ball back to Moran Beresford. Parkinson. McMinn available. Infield ball finds Davis. Looks up. Joyce in the centre of that Wembley Stadium pitch. Davis coming right forward. Free kick quickly taken. Joyce right up with the attack. Chance of Francis. But again, John Keeley out of his goal rather efficiently. The former Oldham Athletic goalkeeper. In fact, started his career with Southend United. Moved on to Brighton on the south coast. And then had a long spell with the Latics. Pender. Francis up well for Clarets. Apologies there, Ted McMinn. As again County come forward. Just that one man up, Jim Gannon. Francis looming large in that Burnley penalty area. Beresford half clearance. Pender covering on that goal line. Services of the Burnley captain not required as that shot from number 7 Jim Gannon just 2 yards wide of that Burnley upright. So Tony, certainly in these first 8 minutes, Stockport County looking rather threatening.
Yeah, the Burnley boys just need to regain their composure after giving that goal away. Of course, that's what happened down at Plymouth, and they came back to win 3-1, so there's still plenty of time yet for the Burnley boys.
Well, look like a nudge there from Sean Conley. The flame-haired Conley, nudge on Adrian Heath has already Mort Leather into action on 2 occasions in these first 8 minutes. Like a knock in the back. A few words being said by referee David Ellery to 1 or 2 of these Stockport County players. In this Andy Farrell, as we said, the only survivor from the 1998 Sherpa Van final on the substitutes bench this afternoon. Over 200 appearances for the Burnley club as we're in play. First touch for Davy Ayres, beaten down by Todd. As Burnley have a throw-in. McMinn to take. Flick on from Ayres. Can't find Derias. Stockport County clear their lines. Thompson quickly across. Parkinson, what will he do? Floated ball intended for Francis. Again away by Flynn as County come forward. Francis the intended man as Beresford well out of that Burnley penalty area. Pumps deep into that county half. Chance for Francis. Again, Keeley out well. Look like both players have taken the knock. John Francis in that quick fire raid. As again, the trainers on the field. Well, certainly Mark Leather more in the action than some of the Burnley players in these first 10 minutes, Tony.
Yeah, it looked like a nasty collision. It seems apparent already that Burnley are trying to feed Francis with some long through balls, and already he's been very close to being put clean through. Unfortunately, he's down at the moment, but as I said earlier on, Burnley just need to regain the composure. There's plenty of time left, and there's a long way to go, as we saw in yesterday's playoff game where Preston took the lead and eventually finished up losing the game 4-2.
Well, certainly everything going wrong for Burnley this afternoon so far in these first 10 minutes as John Francis leaves the field of play. Let's hope it's okay. Graham Lancashire warming up as County come forward. Attack averted as Davis pumps that ball long into that County half. Away by Flynn. Wallace, great ball, finds Francis, danger for Clarets. No man up for County as their players stream into that Burnley penalty area. Burnley defence regrouped. Great work by McMinn as they come forward again. Rash challenge. In fact, I may have seen a kick there on Ted McMinn. What's it to be? David Ellery right on the spot. Certainly a fracas over on that far touchline. Certainly saw a kick aim there at Ted McMinn. Question is, did David Ellery see it, Tony?
That's right, I saw it as McMinn went down, the Stockport player kicked McMinn in the face, and it's got to be a red card if the referee saw it. Unfortunately, two of the Burnley lads just retaliated slightly, but really the referee's got to take action here.
Well, certainly everything happening in these first 15 minutes as that red card is raised aloft. Stockport County down to 10 men. Drama here at Wembley. John Francis still off the pitch receiving treatment, and Stockport County down to 10 men. That rather ridiculous challenge on Ted McMinn. Well, in fact, it's Andy Farrell who becomes the first Burnley player to make 2 Wembley appearances as again we're in play. County forward down to 10 men. Frayne. As again the ball is out of play. John Francis will play no part in this playoff final. As Davis. Sweeping ball. Tries to find Ayres away by Conley. Deary looks up, will find Farrell available. Elects to go the way of Les Thompson. Certainly Burnley hopefully now will capitalise on this 10-man Stockport County outfit. As John Keeley, well over, gathers. Still boos from the Stockport County supporters as for that sending off as again we're in play. Pender and Francis tussling. Finally away by Steve Davis. Ayres can't find Deary. Farrell. No jump from Francis again. Chance for Beaumont. Great defensive work by Davis. Parkinson. Boost from McMinn. Quite predictably as Parkinson comes forward for Clarets. Heath. Again Parkinson. Deary. Burnley stroking the ball around well as they come forward. Farrell right up with his Burnley attack. Farrell on the ball. McMinn wide to his right as Stockport clear. Well up by Steve Davis. As again I think was just 1 or 2 words being said in the centre of the pitch. John Pender and Francis may be involved as Burnley have an indirect free kick. 17 minutes on the clock. It's Stockport County 1, Burnley 0. goal on 4 minutes by Chris Beaumont separates these two sides, but Stockport now down to 10 men. Can Burnley capitalise on 10 men Stockport as their supporters get behind their team? This free kick taken by Davis, can't find Farrell, maybe a second chance, ball bobbing around in that Stockport penalty area. Infringement as Stockport County have an indirect free kick. All that will come to nothing, so not quite sure where Andy Farrell will position himself. Looks like he's drifted into a midfield position. Perhaps now Burnley reverting to a 4-3-3 formation. As Stockport come forward, no men up for the men in blue and white. Maybe now Francis, lone striker's role, as Thompson for Clarets releases McMinn. Plenty of spaces for the Burnley number 7. Ayres just can't keep it in play as both Burnley wingers on this left flank under this commentary position. Certainly, Burnley perhaps regrouping slightly with the departure of John Francis, looking like Farrell in a midfield position, looking like playing 4-3-3.
Yeah, it's all become a bit scrappy the last few minutes. I was reading in the newspaper this week, Stockport executive Dave Coxon said that this will be the friendly final. Well, it's been anything but that at the moment. Another clattering challenge in on a Burnley man.
Well, Tony, right on cue there. An absolutely ridiculous challenge there. Maybe a yellow card. Yes, David Ellery reaching for that notebook. Of course, the Burnley support baying for a second county player to leave the Wembley arena as that yellow card is raised out by David Ellery. Looking for number 6, Bill Williams. That rather ridiculous clattering challenge on David Ayres. Stockport County, although being a very, very well organised outfit, they're a very, very well at times, a very ferocious one. As you saw in that rather clattering, unnecessary challenge on David Ayres. As a result, that booking for Bill Williams. Basher Bill, I think we can call him, as on 21 minutes Stockport just lead by that Beaumont goal. Ayres, Deary, McMinn. What will the Tin Man do? Conley challenging. That chip can't find Heath. Maybe a second chance for Ayres. The work by Todd as Burnley still have it. Deary will look up. Will find Thompson in support. Parkinson just a man back for Clarets. Nice sweeping ball finds Pender. As again, Wallace clears for County. Linesman flagging for offside as Ellery waits play on. As Clarets come forward with Thompson. Pass beaten down. Second chance for Farrell. Poor ball by the Burnley substitute. Gary Parkinson, the intended man. As play is getting rather scrappy as we approach the halfway point of this first half. It's Stockport County 1, Burnley 0. Chris Beaumont, the man, should I say, to separate these two sides here in this playoff final. Overcast conditions now here at Wembley Stadium. Let's hope Clarets can get back on level terms before that half-time break. Three men in that Burnley penalty area as that throwing comes in away by Parkinson. Heath up challenging Deary. Farrell, the intended man, can't control it. May present a chance for Francis as again County come forward. Great defensive work by Davis as Parkinson comes clear for Clarets. Ball can't find Heath as again Flynn has time to mop up for County as they come forward. Well, certainly County taking a negative attitude, I think. No one up front from the men from Cheshire. As Burnley come forward with Ayres, swapping flanks with his opposite number, Ted McMinn, as County come forward again. Francis, the man up front. He storms into that Burnley penalty areas. Stockport have a throw-in. Certainly the man to be watched, the man to be shackled by Burnley skipper John Pender this afternoon. 34 League and Cup goals for the 6'7" striker. Rumour has it that after this match, Francis may be Wimbledon bound. Will certainly suit their style of play. Certainly a bit of dithering over this throw-in by Stockport County as they have this throw-in for blue and white shirts in that Burnley penalty area. The head of Francis, the intended man, mistake by Beresford, as finally Burnley cleared that danger. As again, County have a throw-in. Certainly a scary moment there, Tony, as Beresford, just a slight fumble by the Burnley keeper.
Yeah, that was one of the things we were pointing out before the game. Mike Flynn's long throw-ins into the near post, and the first one there causing trouble, and Beresford fortunate to get away with that one.
As that long throw comes in, aim for Francis, away by Farrell. 2 men up for Clarets, challenged by Deary, Joyce. Quietest match for the Burnley number 6 in these first 25 minutes. As Parkinson across well for Clarets, locks up, shielding that ball very efficiently indeed, averting the threat of big Kevin Francis. McMinn. Away by Conley. Thompson. Tussling for the ball on this left flank. As he wins an indirect free kick, much to the anger of the Stockport County support. Rumour has it around 7,000 or 8,000 Stockport County supporters have travelled down the M6 this afternoon. Of course, that fantastic Burnley support, over 30,000. Let's hope they can get right behind their Burnley side this afternoon as Parkinson comes forward for Clarets. Ayres. Jinking run by Ayres. What will he do? Thinks about a shot. Joyce. Chance for Clarets. Maybe a chance for Min. Chip in. Chance for Ayres. Looks up. Great work by Ayres, but forced wide. Maybe the chance is gone as cross comes in from Parkinson. Unfortunately, it's high and over that Stockport County bar. Chance of begging there from Gary Parkinson, but initially I think David Ayres there, the culprit. Certainly a half chance for the Burnley number 11, Tony.
Well, before that, it came across to Warren Joyce, looked as though he had a bit of space there, but just dallied on it a bit. And when McMinn got the ball over to Ayres, the defenders managed to crowd him out, and unfortunately the chance going begging.
Yes, certainly the first clear-cut chance for Clarets this afternoon. But all that will result in a Stockport County goal kick. As Keely kicks to that halfway line. Farrell up well, none on. Thompson, header right in. As County come forward, curling cross by Jim Gannon. Too far for Kevin Francis. Even the long legs of Kevin Francis unable to get that cross in from the County number 7. Certainly Jim Gannon Mr. Utility for County, as Andy Farrell is for Burnley. Jim Gannon, in fact, last season playing at right back against Burnley at Edgeley Park earlier in the season, was playing in midfield. He's also played up front this season for Stockport County, so certainly a key man for Danny Magara's men as Burnley come forward. Heath, the intended man, unable to find inches. Again, County come forward. Francis just up front. As again, all that breaks down, this game getting rather scrappy as we approach the half-hour mark. Stockport County 1, Burnley 0. Unfortunately for Clarets, that strike by Chris Beaumont on 4 minutes. That error as that chip came in presented the opportunity to the Stockport County number 10. As again, the ball out of play, rather too many delays in these first 29 minutes. As the Stockport County support get behind their team. Cross floated in, Francis again the intended man. Davis up well. Thompson. As again he forces Gannon wide. Great play by Gannon, must be a chance for Stockporters. Francis holds in on Marlon Beresford, Burnley keeper. Great keeping by the man Beresford as Burnley come forward with Parkinson. Great work by the Burnley number 2. 2 men up for Clarets. As again, good defensive work there by Mike Flynn as County come forward. Thompson evades that rather rash challenge by Bill Williams as again County come forward with Conley. Oh, like a nudge there, right on the halfway line as referee David Ellery waves play on. Danger for Clarets, great work by Captain Wood. Still Wood, claims for a penalty. Referee Ellery will have none of it as Burnley come forward with Parkinson. Hopefully this game livening up as Joyce again tries to get this Clarets attacking motion. Parkinson tries to release Ayers. Perhaps that's seen a lot of the Burnley number 11 as Mike Wallace over well for County. Throwing to Burnley, but I think Tony Burnley hopefully now will try and take full advantage of 10-men County and look towards these flanks to hopefully provide an opening for Clarets.
Yeah, Burnley just not really getting hold of the loose ball in the midfield at the moment.
Just break off. Ayers, jinking run of the edge of that penalty area. Has the chance gone? A great goal by David Ayers. A superb run right along the edge of that Stockport County penalty area. 2-3 men he evaded as a left-footed strike flashes past the right-hander John Keeley as on the half hour that man David Ayers scoring his 20th league goal for Clarets. It's Burnley 1, Stockport County 1. A great equalising effort from the Burnley number 11. Well, Tony, an absolutely amazing run on the edge of that 18-yard box. 2-3 men he took. Perhaps Stockport backed off a little bit. Let's not take anything away from Ayers. A great strike past the groping right hand of John Keeley.
What a terrific goal that was, his 20th league goal of the season, and what a way to bring it up. A terrific run and a cracking finish into the bottom corner, bringing Burnley right back into it.
Yes, I think we can give David Ayers a 20th league goal, although it's a playoff final, as he'll join an illustrious band now of 7, maybe 8 Burnley footballers who scored 20 league goals in a season.
Yeah, good band company of people to be with. Of course, Adrian Heath scored 20 last season, and Burnley now right back in it, and the Burnley supporters, well, I was going to say way to our right, but really covering most of the stadium, now starting to really get behind the Burnley lads.
Yes, I'm sure 90% of the Burnley supporters will be on their seats, literally. Flags, banners waving all around this Wembley stadium as Burnley now back on level terms. Burnley 1, Stockport County 1. That 30th minute strike by David Ayers makes it all square here in this playoff final at Wembley Stadium as Keeley pumps that long ball forward into the Clarets half. Great work again by John Pender. Parkinson challenging. Farrell in attendance as County come forward. Just that one man up. The tall striking 6'7" frame of Kevin Francis. So certainly Clarets supporters now in buoyant mood. Well, we said Burnley hoping to get back on level terms before half-time. Let's hope they can take full advantage of 10 men Stockport as they strive for that 1-goal advantage before the half-time whistle as they come forward with McMinn. 3 men up front. Joyce storming into the Stockport County penalty area. McMinn looks up, crossing, Joyce the intended man. Almost a chance there for Warren Joyce. Fortunately for County, just seemed to just half catch it as he raced into the Stockport penalty area. Great bowling from Seb McMinn. Joyce almost on the end of it.
Yeah, that was a wonderful Burnley move, and Joyce must have just timed his run a little bit early and been caught out offside. But a great move that was, and Burnley really got the tails up at the moment.
Certainly Stockport looking rattled. That mistake in the centre of the Burnley defence. Sorry, in the centre of the Stockport County defence, almost presenting that opportunity to Warren Joyce. But clearly, Tony, the County lads certainly rattled.
Yeah, generally this season Stockport have had quite a sound defence, but as you said, that certainly rattled them, that goal. Let's hope Burnley can bag another 1 or 2 more before half-time.
As McMinn there almost releasing John Deary, as Burnley streaming forward, certainly on top. Clarets in the ascendancy as they again have a throw-in, again a mistake over on that far side there by Michael Wallace, presenting this throw-in to Clarets to be taken by Andy Farrell. Second thoughts, as again we're in play. Joyce releases Thompson. Thompson looks up, McMinn. Deary screaming for the ball. Opportunity now for John Deary as he releases Heath. Heath looks up, Parkinson right up with his Burnley attack. Farrell perhaps dwelling on it as that attempted chip is beaten down. Second chance for Deary. Pender just that one man back for Clarets as he releases Farrell. Joyce apologies Heath as he releases Deary. Deary looks up, Parkinson. 3 men up for Clarets, Joyce, Ayres and McMinn as they come forward with Davis. Poor ball by the Burnley number 4 as that man Francis, the threat to Clarets this afternoon. Well, hopeful ball there by Kevin Francis. Again, no man up for County as McMinn comes forward. Shows too much of the ball to Conley as a long hopeful punt. Ward the intended man. Davis right there challenging. Burnley defence regrouping again. Great defensive work by Davis as Joyce comes forward. Oh, great ball by John Deary. Almost releasing David Ayres as he acknowledges that. Great crossfield ball by the Burnley number 8. But game certainly livening up here at Wembley Stadium. This playoff final. 35 minutes on the clock. It's Stockport County 1, Burnley 1. Goal on 4 minutes, giving County the lead by Chris Beaumont. That defensive error. But on 30 minutes, that great David Ayres strike, bringing the sides back on level terms as again John Pender out jumps Kevin Francis. Certainly Francis looking a little downhearted as he leads that Stockport County attack. Farrell. Parkinson. Sweeping ball, tries to find McMinn. But Sean Conley looking very, very solid in that back 4. Danny Maguire's men having to regroup. It looking like Sean Conley now in that right back spot, having to come out of midfield as Burnley come forward. Heath releases Deary. McMinn. Thompson. Heath back to Thompson. McMinn on this flank, right on this touchline. What will the Tin Man do? Evades the challenge of Conley as they come forward. Farrell right up for Clarets. Ayres. Farrell is intended man, but again, good work by that Stockport County central defence as Conley quickly takes his throw in for County. John Keeley clapping his hands, trying to rally his County team. Certainly looking rattling these last 5-6 minutes as Burnley got back on level terms by that David Ayres goal. Will certainly look good on the action replay, I'm sure, as Francis can't get the better of Davis. Great work by the Clarets defender as they come forward. Slipped by Davis, but Clarets still come forward as Ayres just can't get that central attack of Heath and, well, maybe Farrell at the moment as County again come forward with Francis not on. Well, certainly County looking out of sorts as again Clarets come forward with Joyce. Burnley certainly in the ascendancy as McMinn comes forward. Thompson available. What will the Tin Man do? Conley challenging now in that right back berth. McMinn toying with the Stockport County right back, but on that occasion that curling cross finding those capable hands of John Keeley as he quickly releases Conley. Certainly all the play on this right flank in this first 38 minutes. Stockport County 1, Burnley 1. Francis shielding the ball from Skipper Pender as he releases number 7 Jim Gannon. Infield ball finds Skipper Ward. Already 1 or 2 mazy runs from that Stockport County number 8 as they come forward again with Gannon. Poor ball by Gannon as Farrell gets Les Thompson into action. Fingers being pointing all over the place at the moment. I'm sure Les Thompson getting a little confused with both Steve Davis and John Pender as they pointed in separate directions. Parkinson, floating ball, chance for Clarets as again that Stockport County defence looking ragged. But again Heath being forced to peel wide. McMinn, certainly a second chance for Clarets. Well, I don't know if that was an intended shot by the Tin Man, but certainly it's a corner to Burnley as the outstretched hand of David Ellery points to that corner spot. Well, again, Tony, another good run by McMinn. Don't know if that was an intended shot, but a resulting corner.
Yeah, he's giving Connolly a hard job on that, on this left-hand flank, and let's hope that Burnley can produce something with this corner kick.
As they have 5 men in that Stockport County penalty area. Short chipped in corner as Thompson has it. Again, looking like a rush challenge by Chris Beaumont. Referee David Ellery in full agreement as that free kick's quickly taken by McMinn. Parkinson looks up, foul available. Well, perhaps thought about a shot there as he has second thoughts. Ayres. Oh, great turn by Ayres. Almost a second goal. Great save by Keeley. Well, that would be a goal to save it from David Ayres. As an absolutely fantastic swivel by the Burnley number 11 as they come forward again. Joyce right up with his Burnley attack. Second chance for Deary. Not on, can't find Warren Joyce as County eventually clear their lines. Well, Tony, an absolutely superb bit of trickery there by David Ayres.
Yeah, great turn in the box. It looked as though he was odds on to score. But all credit to Keeley, who blocked the shot well. So unfortunately for the Burnley lad, just denied that time.
As again, Sean Connolly very much the man in the action this afternoon. Releases Bill Williams as Stockport regroup. Certainly looking very nervous in these last 10 minutes as Burnley got back on level terms again. Clattering challenge by Jim Gannon. Looking like the notebook may be out again. That rather rumbustious challenge there on Les Thompson. Referee Ellery's notebook out. Second County player to be booked. Again, Tony, in that case, Jim Gannon, County showing their physical side.
Yeah, you can't really complain about that. The ball's gone and he's whipped Les Thompson's legs from under him over the touchline, so really no complaints there. It's got to be a yellow card.
Well, Les Thompson up on his feet again as he releases Deary. Thompson looks up. Ayres again, the man looking threatening for clarets. Just asking a little too much of wingman Ayres. As Les Thompson acknowledges that. Floated in ball for the Burnley number 11, the goal scoring hero so far in this playoff final. Burnley 1, Stockport County 1, as that tremendous support behind that Marlon Beresford goal. Getting to fine voice. That famous chant, I'm sure you've heard it all before. As Stockport come forward with Connolly. Francis, again great challenge by Pender. Certainly has got Francis well shackled in these first 40 minutes as referee Ellery points that hand in the way of Stockport County as that throw-in is quickly taken. Williams, good skills, sweeping ball, getting Lee Todd into the action. Poor ball, can't find Gannon as Parkinson has time on the ball over on that far side. Great cheeky back heel, finds Farrell, who in turn finds Joyce. McMinn in space, Thompson on the overlap, beaten down by Connolly. Second chance for the Tin Man. Asking Thompson to come forward as he finally goes the way of Steve Davies, looking very composed in the centre of that Burnley defence. Heath back in a midfield role, very unaccustomed position for Inchy as he tries to set a Burnley attack in motion. Deary very much in the action in these last 5-6 minutes. McMinn certainly toying with Sean Connolly. Connolly challenging, and again he's answered the better of the Stockport County defender. Great crossing, almost with Farrell. Oh, and almost a chance there with Warren Joyce. I think should have done better, maybe have hit the target right on the edge of that penalty area. But again, the man McMinn presenting the opportunities for the Burnley boys in the penalty area, Tony, and I think Warren Joyce at least should have hit the target.
Yeah, again, good work by McMinn down this left-hand flank. Pulled it back well, and as it came out to Joyce, I think he was just leaning back a little bit and just couldn't get any direction or power behind the shot.
Well, I've just seen Jimmy Mullen patting Clive Middlemass's knee. He's looking content now. I think he should be satisfied with his side's performance in this first half, especially with County now down to 10 men. Burnley certainly looking composed in these last 10 minutes. And that goal, of course, by Ayres certainly Burnley in the ascendancy as we approach half-time.
Yeah, even with John Francis going off, Burnley still looking very dangerous going forward. And having got the game back to 1 each, I'm sure Jimmy Mullen will be quite content. He can sit them down at half-time and try and regroup the lads for the surge in the second half.
And looking like Adrian Heath just dropping back slightly, playing more of a roaming role now.
Yeah, I'd say Heath's been my one of my men at the moment for the first half. McMinn Ayres the others, and Davis looking very composed at the back as well. But certainly Heath trying to direct things from the middle of the park.
Yes, as we approach half-time, Burnley 1, Stockport County 1. Can Clarets just get that one-goal advantage as Francis comes forward, shows too much of the ball to that man Steve Davis, who quite efficiently pumps that ball out of play, calms that Burnley defence. But certainly, initially, John Pendergrass, Kevin Francis well shackled, and then, as you saw, Steve Davis quite competently gets rid of the threat of the 6'7" striker. As they have a throw-in over on that far side. Burnley 1, Stockport County 1. I will think 2 or 3 minutes of injury time. That injury, of course, to John Francis. That departure after 8-9 minutes. As Francis looking threatening on the edge of that penalty area. Snapshot beaten down by Davis. Connolly right up with his forward liners. Thompson quite efficiently gets the ball away, releases McMinn. Heath in space, great skills by McMinn. Chances for Clarets. Joyce screaming for the ball, amazing run by Joyce. Or should I say McMinn as Stockport County nullify that threat. Second chance for Parkinson, thinks about a shot. Great work by the Burnley number 2. Shot in almost, well, crossing almost, releasing Adrian Heath as County come forward. Gannon just Kevin Francis up front for County as, well, does rather well there to keep that ball in play. A long striking role for Kevin Francis, just getting a few boosts from that Burnley contingent behind Marlon Beresford's goal as he wins a direct free kick. Certainly counted down to 10 men now, Tony, and Francis, I think, having to fight a lone battle up front.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see the arrival of Andy Priest early in the second half. Francis having to do a lot of work on his own, and the Stockport forward line certainly didn't seem to be carrying the same threat as it did in the first 10 or 15 minutes.
County, 3 men across that Burnley boxes. The Burnley boys quite efficiently stream out of defence, catching 2, maybe 3 of the County players in offside positions. David Elvey just getting on with things, instructing Marlon Beresford to ignore the indirect free kick as he releases Steve Davis. Heath, maybe a chance, but again, great work in that centre of that Stockport County defence. Connolly, McMinn tussling over on that touchline as Burnley have a throw-in. Les Thompson to take. McMinn, what can he do right in the corner as he releases Deary? He looks up, finds Joyce. Davis in support. Ayres. Davis. Shot beaten down. Maybe a second chance for Les Thompson to get this Burnley attacking motion. McMinn again toying with Connolly, seems to have got the better of the Stockport County number 4, the flame-haired Sean Connolly. Is rather a poor cross, not his usual style, Ted McMinn. Maybe a second chance with Deary. Joyce. Parkinson, applause from the Burnley support. Good play by the Burnley boys as again they come forward. Parkinson still in that attacking role. Deary. Well, as you can see, quite a good effort there by John Deary, all of, I think, over 30 yards, but really not much power behind that shot from Deary, not presenting much of a problem for John Keeley.
It was always worth a try. Deary has scored 1 or 2 cracking goals, especially early on in the season, so it was always worth an effort. Stockport really looking in a bit of disarray at the back at the moment, and Burnley hoping to capitalise on it.
Well, Davis certainly climbing all over Kevin Francis as that free kick was quickly taken. As Burnley this time have a free kick right on this halfway line. Burnley 1, Stockport County 1 as we approach the half-time whistle. I would think now playing in injury time. That great equalising strike by David Ayres, getting things back on level terms as Stockport certainly in the ascendancy in the first 15-20 minutes, but as you've seen in the last 20 minutes, Burnley certainly the team on top as we approach that half-time whistle. Deary. Well, almost a mistake there by John Deary. I think a ball there intended for John Pender. But again, great work there by Steve Davis as I think he takes his time. Maybe a chance for Ayres. Great control by Ayres, will it be two? He's round Keeley. Oh, he's hit a post. Maybe just slightly forced wide there by John Keeley, presenting that half chance for David Ayres as he chipped in, hitting that Stockport upright. Well, Tony, maybe just forced wide slightly, but again, a great work by David Ayres, striking that Stockport post.
Yeah, terrific through ball from Steve Davis, and Ayres again causing a lot of trouble. But unfortunately for him, he was dragged wide by Keeley and hitting that post as he tried to, get the ball back into the goal. But very unfortunate there for Burnley, just on the stroke of half-time.
As the whistles round this Wembley Stadium for that half-time break, as this corner comes in long. Maybe a last chance for County. Away by Thompson. McMinn. Well, certainly. Well, what happened there? A punch initially. Referee David Ellery. Well, I think he was intimating there a throw-in. So, well, certainly a punch thrown initially, and number 8, Peter Wood, saying an elbow by Ted McMinn. But certainly a punch on Ted McMinn there by number 8. I think it was Peter Wood.
Well, I think the Stockport lad a little bit fortunate there.
Yes, of course, we've had a bird's eye view of that right under this commentary position as again things are getting a little nasty. But I'm sure, as we'll see on these action replays, certainly a punch thrown by Peter Ward, a very lucky man indeed. Certainly on the blind side of the match referee David Ellery. As again we're in play, Stockport County coming forward with Francis. Again, good covering by Davis. Deep into injury time, it's Stockport County 1, Burnley 1. A strike on 4 minutes by Chris Beaumont, giving Stockport County that 1-goal advantage. And on the half hour, that great goal by David Ayres, levelling proceedings here in this playoff final as Thompson comes forward for Clarets. McMinn, no doubt, get one or two unfair boos from the Stockport County supporters as Conley comes forward for County. Francis, certainly right out of it in this first half. Kevin Francis can do no right, being well shackled by Burnley skipper John Pender. As his central defensive partner Davis releases Parkinson. Maybe just a chance for Burnley to get back on. We should say get in front before that half-time break. Whistle from the Stockport County supporters. As finally David Ellery puts that whistle to his mouth. Burnley 1, Stockport County 1. Not a particularly entertaining half, but certainly full of incident. Stockport County, of course, down to 10 men as they took the lead on 4 minutes. With that defensive error, Chris Beaumont, the man to put the County men in front. And then County reduced to 10 men, Burnley gradually getting on top in the first 45 minutes. And certainly their dominance told as that great strike by David Ayres on 30 minutes made it Burnley 1, Stockport County 1. Burnley certainly looking to take full advantage in these second 45 minutes in this playoff final. Let's hope they do. Let's hope it will be Ends League Division 1 status at 90 minutes as we have a half-time score here at Wembley Stadium of Burnley 1, Stockport County 1. 45 minutes, early touch for Francis. Beaumont, goal scorer Beaumont. Deary. No substitutions by manager Danny Bergara. Tony Lister and myself at half-time pondering on the possibility that Andy Priest may be a starter in these second 45 minutes. I'm sure we'll see his entrance as this second half progresses, as that great Burnley support get behind their team. That famous chant, you've heard it all before. Records, cassettes. Getting a right smile there from Tony Lister. I'm reliably informed that he is a recipient of one of the famous Jimmy Mullen Claret and Blue Army cassettes. Is that right, Tony?
It is. All I can say to the lads that sung it was don't give up the day jobs.
I think I will endorse that as well, as Keeley pumps into that Burnley half. Joyce. Heath looks up and finds Parkinson available. Parkinson forward for Clarets, airs into space, just a yard offside. Jeers from that Burnley end. Got a good view of that. David Ayres just 1 or 2 yards offside. So what must be going through the mind of Michael Wallace, sent off in that first half? A Stockport down to 10 men. Francis, not on. Again, big Kevin Francis just looking a little out of sorts as Burnley come forward with theirs. Good work there by Lee Todd. Francis, flick on. Flick on's a poor one, can't find Wood. Joyce. Wood. Stockport County have a free kick right on this halfway line. Big Bill Williams. In fact, it was big bad Bill Williams in that first half, wasn't it? A rather clattering challenge in the first 45 minutes. Very lucky not to be sent off. Receiving the old yellow card off referee David Ellery as he takes his free kick. Beaumont. The work there by Parkinson as Stockport County have a throw-in. Almost a challenge, should I say, there for Kevin Francis as that long throwing came in, half clearance, half punch there by Marlon Beresford. Looking like maybe an unfair challenge there by Francis. Well, Tony, early impressions. Stockport County, of course, down to 10 men, certainly making their impressions felt in these first 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, they'll be keen to get back in the game. Burnley certainly dominated the last period of the first half, and Burnley haven't beaten Stockport since January 26, 1991, so they're hoping to break that bad record this afternoon. One of the scorers that day was number 8 for Burnley, John Deere. I think he was probably the only remaining member of that side.
Francis. Again, poor flick on from him as Davis clears his lines. Just that one man up. Adrian Heath for Burnley as Peter Ward calmly across. Flynn back to his keeper Keeley, as he pumps that ball to the halfway and flick on by Conley. Pender up well for Clarets. Stockport come forward with Wood. Again, good work by John Deary. Tigerish challenging there by the Burnley number 8. Davis looks up. What will he do? 3 men up for Clarets, including Warren Joyce. As that attempted threaded ball, can't find Parkinson. Second chance for Heath. Again, good work by Williams as County come forward, but again it all breaks down as Thompson across well for Clarets finds Deary. Looks up. Farrell. 4 men up for Clarets as Parkinson will set this attack in motion. Chip in for Heath, again away by Mike Flynn. Parkinson, second chance for the Burnley boys as they stream forward, curling cross in, almost a chance for Ayres, looking like he's won a corner for Burnley as that Burnley supports. Again, get behind their Burnley team. Great support away to my right, maybe must be 20,000 at that end. 30,000 in total have made the long trip down to Wembley Stadium as his corner kick is taken. Pender the man up, Francis right back with his defence. As we have an infringement, indirect free kick goes the way of Stockport County. Burnley 1, Stockport County 1. First 5 minutes completed in this second half. As the county support attempt to get behind their side, down to 10 men, the departure of Michael Wallace in that first half. The challenge by Farrell. Burnley come forward, flick on by Heath. Deary, good control by the Burnley number 8. Ayres. Pender. Oh, great sweeping ball. Almost finding Farrell. Tussling 2 against 1 from Andy Farrell. Unfairly challenging, or should I say Gary Parkinson. Apologies there to Andy Farrell. Gary Parkinson protesting his innocence with referee David Ellery. As John Keeley prepares to take this free kick for Stockport County. Francis flick on. Beaumont, scorer Beaumont looking threatening as Stockport stream forward. Connolly right up with his attack. Well, not getting the better of Gary Parkinson. And an attempted cheeky chip there by the Stockport County man as Burnley have a goal kick. Ayres, possibilities for Clarets. 2 men up for the Burnley boys. Glorious sweeping ball finds McMinn. What will Tim Manzu? 4 men in that Stockport penalty. Stockport County penalty areas. Farrell claiming a corner kick. Goal kick goes the way of Stockport County, but sweeping move there by Clarets, crossing by McMinn. Almost a chance there for Andy Farrell.
Yeah, great sweeping move that by the Clarets again. A great crossfield ball by Ayres to McMinn, but as the cross came over, it was Farrell who was under challenge from the defender, just managing to nod it wide of the post.
As again, a crescendo of noise from that Burnley support reverberates around this Wembley Stadium as Francis and Pender again tussling on the halfway liners. Clarets hopefully now will come forward with McMinn, just allowing it to go out for a Burnley throw-in, quickly taken. Marlon Beresford organising his Burnley team as he's 10 yards outside that Burnley penalty area, pumps long into that Stockport County half. Can't find Ayres. Joyce in support, maybe a chance for Warren Joyce. Tussling over on that far side, chance for Deary, chance for Ayres to make it 2-1. A great chip, but misses the target. Stockport County protesting that Ayres may have been in an offside position, but again, great work by Ayres. Should have done better, Tony.
Yeah, I think that one should have been the second goal for Burnley. Ayres in the clear. I think the Stockport players, as you said, thought he was offside, but just, well, coolly chipped it over the keeper, but really quite well wide of the goal. But Burnley, once again, looking very dangerous at the start of the second half.
Yes, certainly Stockport County there. Their players enraged there by that. Well, the non-decision by the linesman as that chance went to begging from David Ayres. Certainly should have done better. Certainly should have hit the target. As County come forward with number 2, Sean Conley. Still danger for Clarets. 3 men up for County as they come forward. Crossing the poor one. Easy for Pender. Second chance maybe as that ball all too easy for Marlon Beresford. As they have a throw-in quickly taken. Burnley 1, Stockport County 1. As we approach 8 minutes of this second half. Attempted chip, good work by Davis. Second chance for the County boys as it comes in almost a chance. Beresford well down. Great work by the Burnley keeper, saving the day for Clarets. Perhaps only just 1 or 2 words about the playoff situation. Stockport County, in fact, clinched the playoff spot 6 weeks before the season ended. 12 points ahead of Burnley, and could end up with nothing at 90 minutes.
Yeah, Stockport will have been disappointed that they didn't make automatic promotion. Of course, they missed out on the playoffs before, and probably a little bit aggrieved after being in the playoffs, finishing 10 points above Burnley. But all that's now behind us, and it's all down to the 90 minutes this afternoon.
I think perhaps if Burnley could get their noses in front, perhaps the Stockport County's memories will come flooding back. It'll all be down to bottle then to the Stockport County boys. Perhaps they could crumble if Burnley could just get those noses in front.
Well, I think Stockport are certainly frightened of being beaten again here, because they've lost 3 on the trot with a couple of autoglass defeats, and the manager was saying that they're going to make history today whatever happens.
A great work by Heath, releasing Joyce. Well, again, another chance goes a begging as Flynn smartly across. Deary. McMinn, what can he do? Can he get round Connolly once more? Torrid time in that first half for Sean Connolly. Maybe a chance for Heath. Second chance. As Burnley gradually getting on top of this match. 2 quick-fire raids there in as many minutes. As almost an opportunity for Inchi Heath in making his 10th appearance this afternoon in the colours of those, in the claret and blue of Burnley Football Club. Being with Everton, FA Cup winner, also an FA Cup loser, and of course being with Stoke City in the autoglass final. Quite ironically against Stockport as they come forward with Wood. Almost a chance for Francis. Great cut out there by Thompson. Deary. Well, looked like a trip there on the Burnley number 8. Don't think John Deary thinks too much about that. As Parkinson gets in play once more. 3 men up for Clarets. Joyce still in that striking role for Clarets. Francis and Pender again tussling. Pender again, the man to come off the best. Thompson, good defensive play by the Burnley number 3. Wins an indirect free kick, quickly taken as Burnley stream forward. Just that 1 man up. Warren Joyce. Well, another off the ball incident. Certainly didn't see that as Burnley stream forward with Warren Joyce. Maybe a nudge. Cries of off. Looking like big Kevin Francis the culprit. Well, what did the linesman see, Tony?
Well, I didn't see. I was following play at the other end of the field, and then I looked back.
Very unfair question, pal.
I looked back and saw that Thompson was down on the ground, so we're seeing what the referees decided.
It's red. As we're in play once more, Ayres. Great job there by Mike Flynn. Averts the danger for counties again. Burnley come forward with Deary. Parkinson, goodness knows now how County will regroup as his curling cross comes in, can't find Heath. Well, certainly Kevin Francis will be the lone striker up front now for Stockport County with the departure of David Beaumont. Not quite sure whether the camera spotted it as Burnley went forward with that attack with Warren Joyce. That off the ball incident. Stockport County down to 10 men. Well, certainly the claret and blue of Burnley can't throw this opportunity away as that flick on by Priest almost finds his striking partner Kevin Francis. They'll certainly know one another's players. Burnley come forward. Can't find Ayres. Priest, substitute for County. And again, he has the ball. Locks up. Priest once more, away by Thompson. 2 men up for Burnley, Heath and Ayres. As they come forward with Joyce. Flick on by Ayres. Presents a choice for Joyce. Must be 2. What will he do? Oh, a great shot, and he's missed it! Well, from this angle, I thought that ball was sailing into the top right-hand corner of that Stockport County net. Golden opportunity missed for Warren Joyce as that ball sails wide of that Stockport County left-hand post. Well, let's hope that will not be a recurring nightmare for Warren Joyce, that heaven-sent opportunity Goals are begging. Burnley 1, Stockport County 1. As we approach the hour mark of this playoff final here at Wembley Stadium. Priest. Francis racing into the Burnley penalty area. Forced wide by that efficient Burnley defence as they come forward. Again, linesman flagging another incident over on that far side, foul on McMinn. Linesman flagging profusely. Well, it may not have been an entertaining first 45 minutes, but certainly an incident-packed first hour must be the understatement of the year as Burnley come forward with Davis. Ayres, the man up front. Good work by Conley, averts that danger for Stockport County. As again, they clear their lines. That tremendous Burnley support getting behind their team. Stockport County down to 9 men as Burnley come forward with Davis. Burnley now with 4 men forward. Davis sweeping ball finds Parkinson. Farrell right up with his Burnley attack. Deary, chip in again, can't find maybe a chance for Parkinson, and it's in the net. It's glory for Gary Parkinson, a jig of delight as he vaults the fence. Burnley support going to raptures. It's Burnley 2, Stockport County 1. Oh, Burnley on their way to Ensley League Division 1. Who'd have thought it come January, February as they slip to 7th position, but they're here in the playoff final. It's Burnley 2, Stockport County 1. Tony, what about that? Perhaps John Keeley should have got it. Not a tremendous shot by Gary Parkinson, half saved it, and the ball agonisingly goes over that Stockport County line.
Well, I think the atmosphere is just starting to hot up a bit, isn't it now? Tremendous Burnley taking the lead there, Parkinson getting forward, and as you said, the shot not having a great deal of power, but enough to carry it over that line and sending the Burnley fans behind that goal into raptures.
And what about the Parkinson clearance over that fence?
Well, yeah, I think he'll be auditioning for the hurdles for the next Olympics, I think.
Certainly not 4 faults there for Gary Parkinson as this corner kick comes in. Away by Pender. Stockport despite it, down to 9 men. Let's not take things for granted. Burnley 2, Stockport County 1. Bringing a smile to Tony Lister. Burnley come forward with McMinn. Can they make it 3? Crossing long. Joyce, the man intended. Just can't get a proper head to it as that'll all be too easy for goalkeeper John Keeley. Well, certainly a few flags flying around Wembley Stadium and they'll all be claret and blue. Can hardly see any flags over on that Stockport County side. Certainly Stockport County stunned initially by that second standing off, and certainly must be very despondent indeed as their side trail by 2-1. That Gary Parkinson strike giving the Clarets that 1-goal advantage as they have a free kick with Sean Conley. He'll want to pump that ball into that Burnley penalty area. Francis, the man, almost a chance for Priest. Oh, and a glaring miss from around 8 yards. Well, just goes to show Wes Thompson furious with Gary furious with Andy Farrell. Well, it just goes to show, Tony, on a high 1 minute, and despite counting down to 9 men, it could have been all square.
Yeah, Burnley don't want to rest on the laurels. They've just got into the lead, but 1 or 2 gaping holes in the defence there, and it could so easily have been 2-2.
So it could have been from the sublime to the ridiculous, but hopefully Burnley still in the ascendancy as they come forward with Davis. Burnley 2, Stockport County 1. Apologies if I repeat that scoreline on a few occasions, but it really does sound good in a playoff final. Hopefully Burnley sailing towards Ensley League Division 1 status as Deary looks up. He'll have Thompson available. Goes the way of McMinn in acres of space. Not surprisingly, as he comes forward, Thompson on the overlap. chips in. Heath, good skills by Heath. Maybe a chance. Oh, and again, Ayres again. Half chance, I think, in all fairness, from outside the penalty area. Usually that trusty right boot of David Ayres, as that shot flashes by the Stockport County left-hand post. Again, Heath, a great nudge, presenting that half chance for David Ayres. But not surprisingly now, Stockport County down to 10 men. I think every time Burnley go forward, there'll be gaping holes everywhere.
Yeah, Heath showing his class, some lovely touches. Well, he's got a great football brain, of course. Been to Wembley about 11 times, I think it is. And Stockport now, of course, down to 9 men, and there's a lot of holes there to be found in the back four.
As they strive to get back on level terms with Kevin Francis. Great defensive work initially there by John Pender. As Les Thompson, having 1 or 2 words with the linesman over on that far side. As Stockport have a free kick. Big Kevin Francis, I'm sure, will go into the heart of that penalty area as they throw men forward. 3 men in that Burnley penalty area as they prepare to take this free kick, as that great Burnley support get behind their team. That great Burnley chant. Away by Parkinson, the goal-scoring hero. Priest can't get a proper touch on it as Burnley half clear their lines. Away by Pender, challenged by Ayres, great flick on. Conley, Priest, away by Deary. Great ball finds Heath, but like a nudge there, referee Ellery didn't see it. Or it took a little time to see it. Not often your match commentator is a step ahead of the match referee as they come forward with Parkinson right up with his Burnley attack. 2 claret shirts in that Stockport penalty area. Great work by Parkinson, beaten down by a Stockport County defender as Burnley again have a throw-in. Throwing men forward, Joyce, Heath, McMinn, Ayres in that Stockport County penalty area as Deary looks up. Thompson screaming for the ball, gets his wish, releases Joyce. Joyce forced wide by Priest. McMinn in support, looks up, can't find Thompson. Deary, still 3 men in that Stockport County penalty area. Davis thinks about his shot, beaten down by Flynn. It's worth taking the bad knockers. Farrell comes forward, floats that across to the penalty area. It must be 3 in the bar. Ayres in the bar. Chance for Davis. Attempted chip. As again, Burnley still come forward as referee Ellery blows up. Injury to a Stockport County player, but well, you said he should. Well, Tony, you should have said. You said he should have had a hat-trick. Getting rather excited here as Parkinson has it for Clarets. Thompson. Players streaming forward. Ayres again in that central striking role. Can't get the better of that central Stockport County defender. Well, certainly a debatable offside decision there. David Ayres, the man in an offside position. Indirect free kick to Stockport County. 73 minutes on the clock, it's Burnley 2, Stockport County 1, goals on 4 minutes by Chris Beaumont, 30 minutes by David Ayres, equalising matters, and man of the moment as far as the clan of Burnley Football Club are concerned, Gary Parkinson on 68 minutes, giving Clarets that 1 goal advantage. Well, I've certainly seen Jimmy Munn off his feet once or twice during this match as he returns to his seat. Will he be off his seat and a jig of delight at 90 minutes? Let's hope so. Clive Middlemass certainly looking a little pensive on his seat. Jimmy Mullen up and down like a jack in a box, certainly getting very excited. He must be a very happy man as his side come forward with Parkinson. Heath, good close skills by Inchy as he's forced wide. Finds Ayres. What can Ayres do? Deary thinks that's a shot as he screws that shot wide of that Stockport post. Perhaps should have done better there, Tony.
Yeah, he's laid it back to him in the first time shot from Deary, but well wide. But I was just looking back in my Burnley records, and they've only played twice before on this date in history. Of course, 6 years ago when we lost to Wolves in the Sherpa van, and the previous time we played on this date was in 1940 when we beat a team from quite close to us, Accrington Stanley, by 7-0.
A few more facts there from the Lister archives as Farrell's up well in the centre field. Priest releases his striking partner Francis, but again great work by Davis. Stockport with this corner kick. I'm sure they'll want to throw men forward as they strive for this equaliser. Burnley 2, Stockport County 1. As this corner's taken short. Priest, the intended man again. Half clear by Clarets and finally away by McMinn. Thompson. Flynn. Looks up. And again, Stockport try to come forward. A great work by Pender. Francis again in an offside position. Glares at David Ellery. Ellery right on the spot. Indirect free kick to Clarets. As Deary had it for Clarets. Parkinson. Oh, great ball. Finds Ayers. Possibly a chance for Clarets as, well, certainly not getting the rub of the green there, as that ball quite fortuitously pops up into the hands of John Keeley. But again, Tony, we see how space is easily found. David Ayers again, a chance.
Yeah, since John Francis has come off and they've brought Ayers into the middle, he's certainly enjoyed that free roaming role up front, and he's caused real havoc in that Stockport defence all afternoon.
Well, certainly a bit of a theatrical drive there by Lee Todd, but certainly duping David Ellery as Stockport County have this free kick. Burnley wall not 10 yards, as County have this free kick in a rather dangerous position, 5 yards outside this penalty area. Peter Ward, the former Rochdale man, the Stockport County captain, preparing to take this free kick, floated in long to the head of Priest, maybe a chance again. Well, it has to be said, a glaring miss from the edge of that 6-yard box. Tony.
Yeah, I think Jimmy Mullen will be quite annoyed really how Stockport have been given these clear-cut opportunities with 2 fewer men than Burnley at the moment.
Yes, 2 Stockport County glaring misses, both ballooned over that Burnley crossbar as Davies comes forward. McMinn wanting the ball as Davies going the way of Adrian Heath. Joyce. McMinn finally getting his wish as he spreads that ball out, finds Deary, looks up, Thompson on the overlap. Will he go it alone? Maybe a chance for Joyce again. Good work by Conley as he averts the danger for Stockport County. Certainly Sean Conley given the run around by Ted McMinn in the first half, trying to redress the balance in this second 45 minutes. McMinn. Ayers. Good work by Ayers. What can he do? Farrell in that penalty area. As Priest right back with his defence. Clears his lines quite literally into row 37, block 18 of the Burnley support. Thompson with his throw-in for Clarets. Ayers roaming on the edge of that penalty area along with Joyce. Heath. Thompson. I think Les Thompson there, caught in 2 minds. Well, certainly a few premature whistles from the Burnley contingent as Stockport come forward. Infringement once more in the centre of that Burnley half as they lead by 2-1. Will it be joy for Burnley Football Club? Ainsley League Division 1, the big boys of the First Division. That away end of the Burnley alongside will certainly be full on many occasions next season if that's to be the case. Likes of Sunderland, Leicester City, Stoke City, Bolton Wanderers, to name but a few. Francis not on again to nowhere. As the 9 men of Stockport County becomes quite apparent, I think Kevin Francis getting just a little frustrated as he jumped John Pender in that tussle in the centre of that Burnley penalty area. Looks like Burnley making their, should I say, Stockport County making their second substitution. Jim Gannon allows an entrance for Burnley, former Burnley man, son of Burnley coach Brian Miller. That's David Miller on for Jim Gannon with around 10 minutes to go. David Miller, the player of the year at Stockport County last season, and just recently lost his place to Big Bill Williams. Big Bruiser Williams, as I was calling him in that first half after that ridiculous challenge, earning him that yellow card. Francis. Todd. The small figure of Lee Todd, outnumbered 2-1, gets a second chance through his captain Wood. Todd still right up there with his counter-attack as they come forward. 3 men in that Burnley penalty area, danger for Clarets. Half clearance by Pender presents an opportunity to Francis, forced wide by McMinn. Good defensive work by the Tin Man, gaining the applause of that Burnley support. Again, this long throw, Stockport County support, pleading for this equaliser. Francis, well, half nudge on that. Not to be, as Burnley have a goal kick. Well, Tony, premature whistles.
Yeah, these last few minutes will seem like a lifetime for the Burnley fans. There are quite a few minutes left yet, and Burnley, instead of just trying to hang on, will really need to be, I think, trying to push for a third goal and kill the game off.
As the sun tries to make an appearance on this superb Wembley surface, let's hope the sun is shining on Burnley Football Club this afternoon as they hopefully go towards Ainsley League Division 1. They certainly have their knockers, especially when they'd gone down into 7th spot out of the playoff frame. What must they be thinking now? Even when they'd reached the playoffs, I'm sure there were a few doubters, a few pessimists. As Stockport tried to come forward with Priest, Parkinson, Davis. Just can't quite find Warren Joyce. Again, good work by Sean Connolly as Stockport come forward with Francis. Ward. Glorious sweeping ball finds Miller. Can he cover himself in glory as a searching cross? Can't find the head of Kevin Francis. Getting a few ironic boos from his former fans. But certainly an opportunity for David Miller now, Tony, to put one over on his former club.
Yeah, he got a lot of space there on the right, and I've just seen Jimmy Mullen just coming out and I think remonstrating with one or two of them for not picking him up, but he'll certainly be wanting to put one over on his father this afternoon.
Again, good work by Conley. Only presents an opportunity for Gary Parkinson as Clarets come forward with Heath. Farrell. Well, almost a glorious chip there from Andy Farrell, but they get a second chance as David Ayres takes this throw-in for Clarets. Looks like he's leaving throw-in responsibilities to man of the moment, Gary Parkinson. That goal on 68 minutes, separating these two sides. Burnley 2, Stockport County 1. As again, that tremendous support to get into fine voice. Deary, Parkinson, poor ball. But again, good work there by Ayres, winning that throw-in for Burnley. I'm sure John Deary will want to take his time, as will Gary Parkinson, as finally they take this throw-in. Joyce. Well, certainly space for Joyce. Can he make it 3? Again, great work there by Conley. Possibly a half chance by Warren Joyce, but great defensive work there by Sean Conley, Tony.
Yeah, again, I thought Joyce was in for a goal there. Good work again by Heath, but as you said, Connolly getting back and diverting it away for a corner.
That surely would have put it right away from Stockport County. I think it would have been Ainsley League Division 1 for sure.
Yeah, I think so. If there'd have already been 1 goal in it, there's always a chance to get back, but 2-goal deficit.
as Deary tried to shot beaten down again by the centre of that Stockport County defence, as again they come forward with McMinn. Deary may get a second chance. County defenders streaming out. Davis right up with his Burnley attack. Parkinson. Joyce. Well, despite that attack breaking down, I'm sure manager Jimmy Mullen won't mind that as he puts those fingers to his mouth. His nails must be right down to the bone. Certainly staying very calm on that Burnley bench, as again they try to come forward with Heath. Away by Todd. Whistles from the Burnley support. Premature whistles, I would think around 2 or 3 minutes for Burnley to hang on to this 2-1 advantage for ends the league Division 1 status. Heath. Away by Todd. Pender finds Deary. Farrell. Well, hopeful ball there by Captain Wood. All credit to Stockport County. As Ayres comes forward, can he put this game right away from Stockport County? 2 men in that Stockport County penalty area, Warren Joyce and Ted McMinn, as he quite nonchalantly backpedals, eating up time. Tries to find Joyce, again good work by Conley. Williams, as Stockport come forward again with Priest. Nice first time touch from Andy Priest. Substitute Miller. What will his father be thinking now? As that sweeping ball can't find Francis. Davis, Ayres available. Davis going to the loan. Is he going to cover himself in glory? Great work by Davis. Goes round Wood as he almost puts the Clarets 3-1 to the good. Great run by Steve Davis, evading 1, 2 and eventually 3 tackles as he attempted to go around keeper John Keeley to put that game right away from Stockport County. The score, as you have it, remains Burnley 2, Stockport County 1. Jimmy Mullen on his feet, still directing instructions at his Burnley players. Clive Middlemass now on his feet as that ball goes to nowhere as they come forward with Parkinson. Will it be 3-1 as Joyce finally calms things down, releasing Farrell. Fine sweeping ball, finds McMinn. I'm sure the Tin Man will just take his time. Just calm things down as Deary finds Farrell. Nice ball from Farrell. Joyce now right over on this right flank. Ball in field finds Davis. Joyce. Burnley going all the way to ends the league Division 1. As again, David Ellery looks at that watch. Mistake by Farrell allows a chance for Priest. The Stockport come forward with Francis. No man up for Stockport. Francis having to go it alone as the gangling figure can't quite do the business for Danny Bagara's men. As eventually Burnley cleared their lines. I'm sure those whistles now will get louder and louder. Looking like a word out of turn there from Andy Priest. Desperate situation now for Danny Bagara's men as he gets a yellow card. I think that's the 4th yellow card. And as the trainer comes onto the pitch, Tony, perhaps reflections on a great 90 minutes, dare I say, for Burnley Football Club.
That's what we're hoping for, well into injury time. It's been an incredible afternoon. Stockport taking that lead, but Burnley coming back and this 2-1 victory and nearly into the First Division next season.
Steve Davis will want to take his time over this free kick as he pumps it long. Ayres the intended man again. Good work by Conley. Deary. Farrell wide. Parkinson in support. Good challenge by Todd as again Burnley come forward. Burnley now content to sit back. No man up for Jimmy Mullen's men. Priest. Should I say Francis and Pender challenging again. Skipper Pender coming off the better as Stockport County have a free kick in the centre of this Burnley half. Must be the last chance for Stockport County and for Danny Bergara's men. 4 Wembley appearances, 4 defeats, 4 successive playoffs for Stockport County. Time drifting away from the men from South Manchester as that final whistle finally is blown by referee David Ellery. Well, just listen to that, it's joy for Burnley Football Club, joy for those tremendous Burnley supporters behind that Stockport County goal. I don't think the Stockport County players can quite believe it. Jimmy Mullen on the pitch. A sea of delight around this Wembley Stadium. What a moment for Jimmy Mullen and his Burnley boys.
Oh, it's absolutely tremendous just to see John Pender going up the steps there to receive the playoff trophy. You feel sorry for Stockport once again losing out, but what a brilliant way to end the season, and all those thousands and thousands of Burnley fans. It's going to be a very sweet ride home of the motor tonight for the Burnley supporters. Really a tremendous afternoon.
As John Pender shakes hands with the Football Association dignitaries, it's sweet for John Pender as he gets his hands on that Ainsley League playoff final trophy, as he raises it aloft to acknowledge that magnificent Burnley support, flags and banners flying.
Does this go better than 2 years ago?
You know, I don't want to knock the back row one, but this is something special. I mean, to score an open play as well, it's just the best thing that's happened to me this year. My wife's pregnant as well. What more can I ask for, mate?
Well done, Dave. Did his studs connect with your face?
No, that was nothing to do with it. Tackle had nothing to do with it. He got up, both of us got up and spot in my face, and the referee was only 2 yards away. So we don't need things like that. I mean, and the game's bad enough now, but if people want to walk about spitting in people's faces, the game's going to be in a bad state, and the referee's only a couple of yards away. He's seen it and sent him off for that. There was nothing to do with the tackle.
Do you feel that Stockport's discipline was their own downfall?
I didn't want to come here and kick us off the park. That's up to them, but that suits us to a T. At the end, that was showed the other second player got sent off for stamping at somebody. And I think if you count up how many fouls they've given away, that's what they've came here to do, is to kick us off the park. And at the end of the day, they've went away empty-handed.
Well, fantastic. I mean, more than anyone could ever dream of, coming to Wembley and getting a victory. Just fantastic feeling.
Lovely day, memorable day. Couldn't say much more. It's been a fantastic day. Forget the sendings off, them happened. If you want to put it about like they did do, and they played the just rewards really. And at the end of the day, I'm just delighted for all these people who've come. We put a good show on, and even though we went one down, we got it back. And I think we'd have won even if they had 11 men. I really do.
But in terms of excitement and emotion, does this cap the lot?
I think so, because it's what's going to happen in the future, isn't it? You know, the big clubs now we're involved with, and hopefully we can go on from there. But I mean, we've got to live for today and going back, to the club tomorrow. And I mean, obviously the reception is going to be out of this world. But the lads have done the job, and they've done their job out there. So just wait and see what happens now, and all have a rest, and
But you've got to enjoy this afternoon, and you've got to enjoy the celebrations, because this can be once in a lifetime scenes.
Well, that's right, but I mean, the players will enjoy this. I'll enjoy tonight, but they'll enjoy it, and they deserve it. It's over a season. Obviously, if we'd have got beat today, then the season's out the window, but it's still there. But in a few weeks' time, we have to start preparing again for next year.
Can you remember that split second when you shot? Because John Keener, the Stockport keeper, had a touch to the ball, and for a split second it bobbled. It could have gone anywhere.
I mean, as you're playing the game, it just goes slow motion as it happens. I can't remember who played the ball inside. I took a bad touch on it, and it closed up. I thought, just toe poke it. And as I toe poked it, sort of got a bobble. My first impression in my mind was that, I saved it easily. And I seen it bobbling a bit, and I thought, it's going to go in that. It seemed to take a lifetime to drop in the back of the net, but I mean, it didn't at the end of the day. I'm delighted, as I say.
And the feeling when that ball hit the net and the sprint, I think you'd have caught Linford Christie.
Oh, ecstasy. I mean, I've never scored that many goals, so I mean, you don't know what to do when you're not used to scoring goals, but you just want to get in there with the fans and enjoy the day. Hopefully they did.
What people don't understand outside of the game is the fact that sometimes it's the hardest thing in the world to play against 10 men or even 9 men because they make life hard for you. But I thought we capitalised on it and we kept the ball, we strolled around and we kept possession of the ball when it mattered, and eventually, you know, we won the game.
And another signing, Gary Parkinson comes up trumps, an unlikely source of a goal, but he took it well.
It's about time. He's been in positions many times before and he's never produced. Today he was forced and he's produced.
Jim, you've got to look back at your managerial career at Turf Moor with tremendous satisfaction. You've taken the club from the old Division 4 to Division 2 and now to the Division 1.
Well, we're halfway down the road to what we're trying to do, and we've been knocked a lot by a lot of people, by people who really don't know what it's all about, and I have had to face that, and I've had to put up with that, and as far as I'm concerned, that we've achieved something what we set out to do, and as I said before, let's maybe we can go on to better things from here.
Just went well, everything on the day, you know, the tactics, everything. I mean, they went a goal ahead through sloppy defending. It was a terrible goal, but we didn't let that affect us. And like Warren's here, listening, and he done great because he didn't defend.
To get on the bench, when the gaffer read the side out, to get on the bench, made my day at the start of it, but to get on and play nearly a whole game made it even better. So it was just brilliant, everything about it.